King of the Road Productions proudly presents a Sammy Sadler episode of the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4, the CW, and YouTube. Southeast Texas style. During the half hour, we'll hear the true story of corruption, greed, and the real murder on Music Row from the man who survived it.
And that night that they operated on me, I had an out-of-body experience. I floated up out of my body and saw them operating on me, and it was definitely changed my life.
We'll feature the Honky Tonk Texas fabulous flashback. We'll also wear the Southeast Texas debut of Sammy Sadler's music video as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. And Sammy Sadler will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center. Howdy, and welcome to the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4 and the CW. I'm Jim King of the Road. Make plans now to be at Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee on Saturday, February 4th for the triumphant return of Josh Ward live in concert. Tickets on sale now at Honky Tonk Texas and online at honkytonktexas.us. Get your tickets before they sell out. Speaking of Josh Ward, we play a tune or two of his on King's Country Internet Radio. King's Country specializes in 58 minutes of killer country from yesterday and today, and was designed and launched by yours truly and fellow broadcast veteran Mickey Ashworth with the Southeast Texas country fan in mind.
In less than 100 years, radio has come a long, long way. We've gone from this to this.
Alexa, play King's Country on TuneIn.
King's Country from TuneIn.
And this. Now you can stream us everywhere.
King's Country streams the most magnificent country music mix on the planet 24/7. Stream King's Country Internet Radio on your PC, smart speaker, mobile device, or in your vehicle with your Bluetooth connection. King's Country is streaming worldwide and crystal clear on TuneIn, iTunes, Live 365, and at kingscountry.net. And don't forget to stream the multi-award-winning and nationally recognized Jim King of the Radio show, middays, Monday through Friday on King's Country at kingscountry.net. It rules. Now ride shotgun with me to Beaumont, Texas to check out an exclusive with Sammy Sadler and a true story of corruption, greed, and the real murder on Music Row. We always cruise Cadillac style, as seen and heard on Southeast Texas TV and radio.
Extra large and turbocharged. It's the King of the Road show.
Oh, hi, go to the car.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road.
Well, that bus pulled away in a roaring black cloud. Well, I stood in the road, honey, I hollered right out loud. Hey, darling, I love you. Hey, bus driver, whoa. But you can't stop a woman when she's out of control. She's crazy for leaving, I told her so. And the boys at the bus stop just said, man, let her go. She's crazy for leaving, I told her so. But you can't stop a woman when she's out of control.
Sammy Sadler, so nice to meet you finally.
Good to meet you, Jim. Thank you for doing this.
I'm so glad you're out doing your thing, getting ready for a big tour in 2023 now.
Yeah, we're back. You know, I had a band in Nashville, and me and Ken Mellon's a jukebox junkie, and Jeff Carson were out touring for a couple of years, but now we're moved everything back and putting a band together here in Texas and getting ready to go back out in 2023.
And you've got an album called 1989.
I do. We went back and redid some classics of that era. You know, we ended up bringing in Larry Stewart of Restless Heart, T. Graham Brown, and Marty Rayburn and Shenandoah. So that's my current CD that's out right now.
Sammy Sadler, we nearly lost him 33 years ago, 1989. That's why the album was called 1989.
Yeah.
You were shot.
Yeah, you know, Jim, I got a record deal right out of high school when I was 18 years old, and then I moved to Nashville and Went up there, and by the time I was 21, I had 6 nationally charted records and working on my first album. And we went in and recut the old Aaron Neville song, Tell It Like It Is, and that was my fastest rising single at the time. And it was out on the charts, and unfortunately on March 9, 1989, tragedy struck, and my friend Kevin Hughes, that was a chart manager for Cashbox magazine back then, which was a rivalry to Billboard, he was a chart manager where the top 100 records move on the charts. And on March 9, 1989, we was on Music Row coming out of my record company's office, and Kevin got shot and murdered, and I got shot and left for dead, and my career came to a halt that night.
Yeah, how long was it after that before you started playing again?
You know, it took us about a little over 2 years to get back on my feet. I had to go through 2 major operations. Obviously that night I didn't know how bad I was hurt. But they ended up having to operate on me about 18 hours that night, and then I was going to have a second operation. They didn't know how long it was going to be, but it ended up being about 6 months later. Al Gore was the senator of Tennessee at the time, and he's the one that made the phone call for me to be able to get my second operation. So it took us about 2 years, and we ended up going back out on the road about the middle of 1991, I believe it was.
So we're talking about the real Murder on Music Row.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. A lot of people, you know, they say, oh, I've heard the song, The Murder on Music Row, but I don't remember the real Murder on Music Row. And that, you know, that night, whenever all that happened, it shot around the world as a Murder on Music Row. And, you know, my friend lost his life, and thank God I'm still here. But they actually, you know, they'll never admit that they really got the idea to write that song, Murder on Music Row, from what happened to me and my friend, but that's where they originally got the idea, and they just twisted it. Country music's down on Music Row.
I didn't know Lord, I formed to go so slow. You got to put your foot down on the floor. Yeah, we be rocking all night, but don't you know, got to get me to the church on the Cumberland Road. We've been rocking all night, but don't you know, got to get me to the church on the Cumberland Road.
Still to come, we'll air the Southeast Texas debut of Sammy Sadler's music video as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. We'll also feature the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. And Sammy Sadler will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches. But next, we'll hear more about the real Murder on Music Row from the man who survived it, Sammy Sadler.
You're cruising in the King's Caddy.
King of the road.
Stay connected with the King of the Road Show at JimKingOfTheRoad.com. Winner of the Best Design, Content, and Broadcast Internet Video at the Press Club of Southeast Texas Excellence in Media Awards. There's plenty to do, see, and stream at JimKingOfTheRoad.com, including King's Country Internet Radio, segments from this TV show, the contest page, and King's Photo Gallery. Also, click on links to Jim's YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter pages. That's JimKingOfTheRoad.com.